everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, you know what I'm going to say. Go in your settings, hit your subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or just decide to pop up. And give me a thumbs up to fight that ever relenting algorithm. All right, let's get into the read. This is going to be quick, but I just could not resist coming on when I saw a tweet from one of my favorite accounts on X, formerly known as Twitter. It is Henry VIII. And if you're a squatter, you know who Henry VIII is. She is a well known content creator that used to be on YouTube, but I think she had a baby, so she got really, really busy. So she don't really post on her YouTube account anymore. She used to be one of my favorites. I would not miss her. But now she's mostly on Twitter and she comes up with some good stuff. She is the one who came up with the fact that the reason Kate was going to Trooping of the Colors so she could go to Wilmington. She said that, and exactly what she said absolutely happened. Like she was some kind of sage. She knew. Well, she made a post this evening that I had to jump on here and say something about. She posted, she said, the UK is not okay. And the reason she said that is because InStyle magazine printed an article, and this is the name of the article. Prince Harry losing touch with Kate Middleton is his second greatest loss after Princess Diana's death. What do y'all think about that? And when I saw that, and I saw her tweet saying UK is not okay, I ran to find that article. And you know what? It is actually an article, and I found it. And here it is. Sorry about the ring light. It is an article. And guess who the royal biographer is? You can guess. We just talked about him the other day. Tom Quinn. Tom Quinn is making the rounds to all of these publications, spewing his projection, speaking for Harry and Meghan as if he has been sitting at their table and taking notes with every word that have fallen out of their mouths of late. And here he go. He was at the New York Post. Now here he is in InStyle, and they say he's over there at OK too in the article. Let's get a little into the article. We'll talk about it a little bit, but it's just so insane. But it's also something else. I believe it's coming straight from the palace. The palace have saw that Kate's supply and demand strategy is not working, meaning that them holding her back and just using her at certain times and places is not drawing the eyeballs that they anticipated. They mistakenly believed that because everybody was so interested in where Kate was, and it was such internet traffic and chatter about her not being seen for 6 months, they took that as people caring and is interested about Kate. So they went into the supply and demand strategy. We'll only use her a little bit. We'll use her at Trooping. We'll use her at Wilmington. we'll use her, just and when she does show up, it is going to be huge. And it wouldn't. Trooping of the color, they announced that she was coming. They anticipated the mall to be bustling and overflowing with people, and it ended up that it was so sparse that it was shocking when they got on the balcony. You could see it in their faces. Her and William was talking about it. I could see it. Then she showed up at the tennis match, the tennis championship, Wimbledon. The viewership went down 2 million people. They announced it ahead of time. She showed up and nobody cared. Viewership went down. William went to the World Cup, their viewership went down. Not saying that people would tune in for him, it was about the game, but it still went down. I bet you if Harry and Meghan had showed up to the World Cup, viewership would have been up. And if Harry and Meghan had showed up to Wimbledon, viewership would have been up. One thing you can say about Harry and Meghan, they bring the eyeballs. And the palace mistakenly thinking that the internet and the social media interest in Kate was going to bring the eyeballs. When people saw her at Trooping of the Colors, she showed up looking like she had, I don't know, 10 years younger, maybe having work done, and she was okay. People moved on with their lives because they never cared about her. They never were invested in her. But they really thought that she had it. Her going missing for 6 months had created it. The same it that Harry and Meghan has. But time has proven that no, she didn't have it. People was just curious. They found out she was okay. And they've gone back to the same feelings that they always has had for her. And that's not very, they don't really care. So Tom Quinn is and the palace is at it again, using Harry and Meghan to try to shine up Kate Middleton, trying to shine her up, trying to take Harry's light and shine it on her to shine her up. That's all this is. And I believe the palace is involved. He's just making too many rounds. He's just all over the place. Let's get into a little of this nonsense and we'll talk about it really quick. It says losing his relationship with Princess Kate was Prince Harry's second greatest loss after losing his mother, royal biographer says. Not losing his unborn child. But I digress. Harry reportedly misses his uncomplicated relationship with Kate, who he has called his sister, the sister he's never had. Still ain't got her. Prince Harry has described the Princess of Wales as the sister he never had in the past. In the past. Let's start there. The past when Harry didn't realize he was being used. In the past when Harry would do anything to try to get William and Kate's approval, including wearing a Yahtzee I won't say the word, uniform. Back then, yes, that was Harry. Harry was seeking out their love and approval, sitting in his window, hoping against hope that they would just invite him to dinner, which they never did. That is when Harry considered her the sister he never had. Because at that time, Harry wanted any relation, anybody to care about him. Let's go on. According to royal author Tom Quinn, Harry really missed the warm, uncomplicated relationship he said per OK Magazine. This is what Tom Quinn over to OK Magazine. Losing Kate was Harry's second greatest loss as losing his mother. We talked about that. Princess Diana, mother of both Harry and Prince William, died in a car accident in 1997 when Harry was just 12 years old. Years of friction, mostly between brothers William and Harry, has pushed Harry farther apart from Kate. No, yeah, that, and also Kate lying, leaking to the press that Meghan had made her cry, not clearing that up. That kind of helped too. Most, okay, um, who is distant from him both in geography. They live in an ocean away. He is in the US and she is in the UK, but also emotionally as she battles cancer. Trying to use the cancer card for sympathy. And Harry. To me, this sounds like straight out of Kensington Palace, trying to boost Kate's it factor. The it factor they thought that they had schemed and plotted and gained. And they found out people were just curious. Once they found out she was okay, they moved on. And they're right back not caring about her. Let's go on. In the past, Harry describes Kate as a sister he never had and always wanted, and he would have been by Kate's side through her recovery in the relationship of their past. Well, the relationship of the past was Harry couldn't even get invited to dinner. That was the relationship of the past. Harry was never close to them. Harry tried to be close to them, but Harry was never close to William. William always was jealous of him. And Kate went right along with whatever William said because Kate wanted to. She wants to be queen, and she will be, looks like, unless something happens. But we'll talk about that another day. It says, both Harry and Meghan have been following Kate's recovery with huge interest, but sadly, it has to be more from afar because the lines of communication with the palace and the Wells in particular are very limited, to say the least, a source says. Well, every chance William gets, he's talking crap about his brother, how he don't ever want to see him again, how there's no way for him to ever come back to the royal fold, how he has cut him off, and on and on and on. I'm not going to read any more of this because it's pretty much projection and nonsense, and it is straight from the palace. It has Kate and the palace's handprints all over it. They want to use Harry's light, like they have for so many years, to shine the light, use his light to shine on Kate and William. And that's what it's about. And that's why they so mad, because they can't use that light anymore. So what do? They use people like Tom Quinn and Tom Sykes and all the rest of those clowns that are getting into the car right about now, bring the circus to town, to project what Harry is supposedly feeling. They're channeling Harry and saying that Harry misses Kate so much. So they can shine the light, use Harry's light to shine on Kate. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me that they really thought that supply and demand was going to work for Kate. They really did. They thought we keep her away, all this internet chatter, people are going crazy for Kate. And she's gonna be more popular than Megan. She's gonna be more popular than Harry. And now they're right back to using Harry's shine. I saw on X where one of the squatties posted where Megan going to lunch got 154,000 views, where George turning 11, his new picture from Kate, got I think 11,000 or 20 some thousand, something like that. I think it was 24,000. And he is the future king of England. How in the world do Kate ever think that she was going to be able to outshine Harry or Meghan? They're finally realizing it. And they're realizing it because they got to try to use the shine of Harry or Meghan or both. And they can't use it directly, so they use it through projection. It's so sad. To me, this only lets me know how pathetic they really are. And I saw this, and it's a guilty pleasure, but I saw some clip of Dan Wooten talking about how Kate stuck it to the squatties by releasing a picture of Prince George. How in the world did he he twisted it so that I think he believed that. And that's when I chuckled when I thought about the squatty who posted that when Megan just stepped out for lunch and got 154,000 views, and George got 24,000, and he is the future king of England. George is a cute little boy, and he seems like he's a really, really nice little boy. And I pray that he grows up to be a really nice young man and not be like his father. And maybe he will be able to save that monstrosity of a firm. But I don't know. All right, squatties. See you later. Bye.